Greetings wonderful humans. In the last video we built the entire dock area and I said that one of my future builds is likely going to be a lighthouse. Well, today is Lighthouse Day. Of course, we already have one tower type structure on the base, and I want to use some elements of this in this lighthouse build, namely the top section with that overhang and the roof design to a point. But I'm also using this photo of a lighthouse that I took close to where I live as a little bit of inspiration, but it's definitely not going to be all white because, well, that's boring as hell, isn't it? Right, let's head over to the build site, and one of the first things I want to do is fill in this bit of a hole, because if I don't, I'm absolutely going to fall to my death. So my idea is, I think I'm going to build out the land from about this point here and curve around to meet about here, and then that'll be pretty much bloody perfect to make a path all the way from the main base right to the site of the lighthouse, so I can carry it along this lovely little shoreline. So this is the build site on this bit of headland here. Over there we can see our dock, and we have about 180 degrees of ocean, which makes this a pretty awesome site to build a lighthouse, I think. Now, I don't want to just build any old lighthouse. I want this to be a functioning lighthouse, complete with a flashing light and everything. So I've already figured out the circuit on a creative world, so here's what you'll need to make that work. Now, my idea requires 2 circuits, but this is materials per circuit. You're going to need 1 redstone comparator, 2 redstone lamps, 4 redstone repeaters, a bit of redstone dust, and of course a lever to make all of that good stuff happen. Also, I'm going to be building the main part of the lighthouse in concrete, both white and red concrete, which means you're going to need an absolute boatload of gravel and of sand. Luckily, I live near a desert and I've got a readily available source of bone meal, so the white concrete isn't a problem. But I'm going to need to farm some red poppies to make that red concrete, and then we'll get to a little bit of terraforming. Let's get started. Now when I said I had a good source of bone meal, what I actually meant was I'm going to come back to the main house, decimate my crop fields, and just dump everything into a composter. I mean that's it, really. And now I know this isn't the most efficient way to do this, and I am going to set up like a bone meal farm at some point, but this is what we've got, so this is what we're doing. And I've got a ton more crops at the other house anyway, and of course the amount of seeds you get is ridiculous. So yeah, this is how we're getting our bone meal, and I'm going to be here for a while. Have you ever noticed how when you don't want gravel, gravel is absolutely bloody everywhere, but when you do want gravel, all you see is stone and diorite and everything else, pretty much. I must say though, as caves go, this one's pretty nice. So for all my talk of not being able to find gravel, I entered this cave and found some immediately, because why wouldn't I? I'm pretty certain that this is definitely not going to be enough, and that is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, the consolation I suppose is that because I lived so close to the desert, while gravel farming is absolutely boring, well, sand farming is very, very easy. So for the roof on the tower, I want to do that overhang part first, and since we don't have white concrete steps, because obviously why wouldn't we, that means I need to take a trip to the Nether to farm some quartz. Oh joy. Now to make all of the redstone components for the lights, you're going to need to come here anyway, because they all require nether quartz, and for the redstone lamps you are going to need some glowstone. So you know, as much as the nether is gross and disgusting, you know, you've just got to do it. I'm not scared, I'm not scared, I'm really, really not scared, honest. I'm super brave, I'm super brave, I'm super brave. Yeah, okay, I'm not. Let's go home. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that roof, it sucks. That roof is disgusting. Nope, that's got to change. Yep, it's still gross from over here. Yeah. Okay, sure, fine. Right, I'll tell you what, let's tear that roof off. I'm going to show you how to do the redstone bit. Alright, so let's get started. We plunk down our lever and then we stick down the comparator facing in this direction. We can click the lever on and then click the comparator so that all of the lights are firing up. Next up, we want one of our repeaters on 3 ticks. 3 ticks, come on, 3 ticks. The next one on 3 ticks and then a couple of redstone dust. Then facing in the opposite direction, we go repeater on 3 ticks. A repeater on 3 ticks, and then this next little bit of redstone is what makes the entire circuit flash. And then all we need to do then is extend that into our redstone lamp, and boom, one functioning lighthouse. Easy, right? Now all we need to do is repeat that circuit down below with the lights facing upwards. Yeah. Doesn't look any better the day after. I think it's the deep slate. I think the deep slate's got to go. Let's just make it white. And the house is wonky. What the hell? Alright, okay. Let's fix it. So, here we are with our new, fresh-looking, fixed roof on the lighthouse. It looks so much better with that quartz trim on the edge of the main roof section there. I also extended the walkway out with some quartz slabs, and then I lined that with a mangrove fence. And I think that looks so much better than that horrible deep slate. And I also fixed the wonky house. Alright, so some of the details are going to need pale oak, and I don't have any, so let's go wood farming, shall we? Well, I've found cherry and I've found some dark oak, but still no pale oak. So I'm going to keep looking, and I figured I might as well grab some saplings from all of the different trees I can find, and then I won't have to do stupid, epic farming things like this anymore. Let's carry on, shall we? Ooh, spruce. Don't mind if I do. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of spruce, right? Right? Alright, I don't know how many days it took, but I finally found all of the wood I needed. But now I just need to find my way back home. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right then. Yep, that too. That too. So after returning home and dealing with those uninvited dickheads, I decided I wanted to put a little dock on the side of the lighthouse now all of the exterior detailing was done. So I got to doing a little bit of terraforming, and I built myself a little dock out of oak planks, oak slabs, and some stripped oak logs, and I think it turned out pretty nice. Alright, so there it is. There is our finished lighthouse. I mean, finished outside at least. Still got some stuff to work on the inside. But let's get over there and I will show you around. Now, still want to work on this path a little bit, maybe put some coarse dirt down and things like that, just to you know, make it look a little bit more intentional, a little bit more what? Hey, what do you want? Yeah, nice. Yeah, so here's that little dock I was talking about. Something very simple, but it looks quite cool, I thought. Serves a purpose. Gives you access to a boat right from the lighthouse, which is quite cool. So here on the outside we've used these pale shelves that were new in the recent update, which I think look absolutely fantastic. I've used these around both doors on the lighthouse and on the house section with this quartz sort of canopy over the top, just made out of quartz slabs. On the edge of the house here, after I straightened everything up and stopped it from looking lopsided, I've just used these andesite walls just to kind of frame the house and make it look a little bit more even, a little bit more balanced. So if we head inside the lighthouse, Haven't really done much in the way of decorating inside, obviously just got crafting table and stuff. The floor in here is just tough bricks, and I'm probably going to put some furnaces in here, decorate it with some shelves, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a big space that I don't really know what to do with, because most of the things I want are already covered in the main base. So let's have a quick look upstairs. I'll show you what I've got going on up there. Now on this upper white stripe of the lighthouse, we have these windows in there, and it's literally just a couple of pale oak fences, and on the outside I think you can just see there some more of those pale oak shelves to look like window shutters. And I've done this on all 4 sides of this section. I am tempted to do the same on the red sections as well. Go maybe get some make some mangrove shelves and fences and do that here, but as at the moment I'm not too worried about that. It's I was more concerned on getting the outside looking nice. So here behind this wall is the lower redstone circuit that powers these bottom 2 lights. Obviously I showed you the upper one, which powers these top 2 lights. Now if you're going to do it this way, and you, like I did, find that these are out of sync, don't worry too much about it. I was buggering around for like, I don't know how long, trying to, you know, click on the repeater ticks and all that just to try and get things balanced up, and it was never quite just, it wasn't just getting there. And then I just logged out, called it a day, decided I was going to come back to it the next day. And when I came back the next day and the game loaded up, everything was automatically in sync. So I'm guessing that when the game starts up, it kicks on all of the redstone all at the same time, and here we go, a perfectly synced light, which is awesome, because it was getting on my nerves, not gonna lie. Now here we have the walk around balcony bit, and it gives you just a great view in every direction. I mean, I'm using the Distant Horizons mod at the minute, but I do have like atmospheric stuff turned on, so you've got plenty of haze still over there. It looks quite natural rather than, you know, the usual Distant Horizons mod, which kind of makes everything just look plastic for miles. Yeah, I quite like this. This looks quite good. We've still got this little ugly bit of redstone circuit on display here. Not sure what to do with this. You can just see all the stuff under there. I'll figure something out. I just haven't bothered with it yet because, like I said, I just wanted to get the outside looking pretty and the light functional more than anything else. So yeah, that is how we are looking so far. I'm probably just, like I say, going to stick some shelves up in some of these places, some chests, some furnaces, and all the usual stuff just to make this a functional space. If you're over at this end of the base for any extended amount of time, I think that would be quite cool. Yeah, if you could see up there, look, there is the pale oak shutters. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention is in the top section there, I don't know if you can just see, let me get a bit more distance. Oh, the bloody raiders. Seriously, man. Do one. Absolute dickhead. Yeah, you too. You too. Do one. Do one. Where are you coming from, you dicks? So there's that pale oak fence just in that little recess there. I didn't want to go all the way down with it because I thought it just added a little bit to that top section, just to enhance the details a little bit. And yeah, I think it ended up looking really quite nice. What do you reckon? I'm quite happy with that. It's yeah, I'm just, man, getting that flashing light all synced up when I logged in and out. Oh, that was a good time. I enjoyed that. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed the build. Again, if you have any questions about the build, how I did things, chuck us a comment. Much appreciated if you give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video.